If you're just figuring out how to do your makeup, this is the only video you need to watch on how to make your eyebrows. First off, we need to get a wet wipe or anything damp and clean up our eyebrows. All the excess oils, the lotions that you applied, you clean them up very nicely. Secondly, we need to apply powder onto our eyebrows, and this helps them to not become oily by the time we are done with our makeup. So especially someone with oily skin, you don't want to miss this part. And also you can use any sort of powder that you've got, it all works. Here I'm using a spoolie, but you can also use a small brush to remove all the excess powder and clean up our hairs, put them in the direction we want them to. So we don't want our eyebrow to come out so dark. That's why we have to mix the brown pencil and the black pencil, though it's optional. For brown people, you could always use the brown pencil alone, but if you're dark skinned, I think the brown and the black helps it to come out nicely. Personally, I like to put the brown shade first at the front and then the black pencil from the middle to the last corners. This way it gives us an ombre shade whereby it starts off really light and then at the end we have the darkness. Go back in with a spoolie and brush the first hairs up and then the last ones towards the sides. Keep removing all the excess product until you see that it's very well blended. So the first part we brush upwards and then the last hairs we brush going to the sides. Right. And guys, you can see how our eyebrows are now coming together. It's a bit of a mess, but we are going to clean that up. You don't have to worry. We are going to need two shades to clean our eyebrows up. One is going to be a lighter shade that we apply downwards under the eyebrows. It could be your concealer or a foundation that's brighter than your real shade. We are going to use the small brushes from your makeup set to apply this concealer under the eyebrows, because the small ones don't make a huge mess, right? You can be careful with them, you can draw lines with them. This is like the most stressful part because you're trying to make sure that you get a proper line, so you have to take your time and draw it slowly. If you see that you have an excess amount on the brush, as you can see here in the video, you can tap the excess downwards. Try to work with a little product at a time and do it slowly. Take your time because we want perfect lines. One thing that I personally do and it helps me a lot is before taking the brush straight to the line, I tap it below or under so that I remove all the excess product, and then I take the smallest amount that's left towards drawing the line. So now at this point you can use a bigger brush or still small but not so small to blend our concealer. Keep blending it out so that it becomes uniform, and all the excess product that's closer to the line, you can pull it out slowly and blend it in. So far it's going well and our line is close to perfect. So at this point you can add extra product under the lines because now it's easy. We are done with the hardest part and you can blend this out. For the upper part of your eyebrow, we are going to get your foundation shade and apply that above the eyebrows So the same technique I mentioned before, guys. You apply the product somewhere on your skin to remove all the excess and use what is left on the brush to draw the line. Just like we did under the eyebrows, we just have to be careful and take everything slowly, do it, take your time, and refrain from using a lot of product on your brush because it can easily mess up your eyebrows. Now you can grab a beauty blender and blend all this out. And this is how mine came up after all the blending. The next video I'll show you guys how to do the eyeliner. Thank you for watching.